And I'm back again, this time with a new video, even though video is perhaps an unfortunate term since there is no video, only audio. But yes, I thought I would make a podcast series that would be a little bit more informal compared to the standard review episodes and videos and so on. So this is episode 0, and the reason why I called it episode 0 is that I will mainly talk about sort of general channel things and plans for this series and so on, rather than focusing on specific content. And well, one reason or other motivation for having a podcast series is that well, there haven't been many videos on this channel lately, and that's partly because well, there have been time limitations, so I have been busy elsewhere, and many of the videos I have made on this channel have taken quite a lot of time to edit and produce. So there haven't really been the opportunity to make the types of videos that I have wanted. And a result of that, or rather a consequence of that, is that, well, I have gotten a backlog of things I wanted to do, but perhaps there are possibilities for doing some of what I wanted to do in a simpler way. So I have read some books and seen some movies and so on, and some of this is perhaps something I will want to do a proper review on at one point, but it's useful to have sort of not too much distance in time from consuming a piece of content, reading a book or watching a movie, and then actually saying or writing something about it. So the general impression might remain, but the details will be somewhat vague. So I think perhaps having some kind of opportunity to simply talk a little bit about a movie or a book is something that would be beneficial. Of course, ideal would perhaps be to be able to have a high rate of production, but that's not always possible. So let's try to make the best of it, is what I have been thinking here. And even though that sounds like it would be less of an alternative compared to sort of full video, well, there are some benefits to this approach also, such as one thing I've been thinking about is having a pirate review of a movie, and then perhaps having a more spoiler-filled and general informal discussion about it here on this podcast. So that's a possibility that I have been thinking about. So that's possibly something I am going to do. But yes, so I, at least for now, will be doing these own audio only, so no video, and that should make it simpler to produce these. And hopefully they will contain some content that is of value to someone else. Yes, that's my sort of general goal with this series. And I have still plans to make videos. I made a video for the Pirates Ahoy channel not too long ago. Pirate review of the games from the what was June Steam Next Fest, I think, and there were some nice titles there. I I enjoyed several of those, and it's always fun to see what kind of games come out. Some of them are perhaps not very much downloaded. They probably do not see many downloads overall. So those kind of games, even though they might not be very high production quality, are also entertaining to try out. So by focusing, such as I do, on pirate-related games, I'm able to see a sort of cross section of games with different types of production quality levels, and I find that entertaining. Not only playing the very fancy, highly polished games, but also the much simpler games that are based around one simple game mechanism, for example. So I enjoy making those videos. I did actually make them, or rather, I did actually do something similar before I started making them. I would download games that were pirate related and play them during these Steam Next Fests. So by making these videos, I was simply sort of doing something in a more formal context than I was already doing otherwise. And yes, I have produced that one, and I'm working on another video for Uncharted Waters Origin, which is a free-to-play game that I have been playing a lot lately. And I have put quite a lot of hours into it, and it's increasingly becoming an idle game, you could say. So it's playing itself while I'm doing other things, and I've had quite a lot of fun in that one. So I've gone perhaps halfway through that video. I have made a pirate review of it, sort of the somewhat more formal part of the video. What remains is recording my comments and impressions in a somewhat more informal way, sort of like this podcast format, but with video, not only sound. And hopefully I'll be able to do that one in the not too distant future. So yes, I have been enjoying that game a lot. I haven't done much piracy in the game, but I have been doing sailing and trading and fighting and so on. So even though I haven't been a pirate, at least so far, there are very many pirates in the game. There are most of the enemies are pirates, and the bosses and so on. So that's been entertaining. And in total, I think I have a couple of 100 hours in the game now, and well, it's been quite enjoyable. Of course, most of that, or rather big part of that, has been just the game playing by itself. So it's not like, oh, so that's why you haven't been making any videos, you have been playing games. No, that's not really it, but it has been quite fun actually. So you sort of direct the ship to go to some place in the world, and it does take some time to get there. So you come back a couple of hours later, and then you buy some stuff and sell some stuff, and then you direct the ship to go to another location, and some time later it's there, and so on. So it's very much suitable for being played as an idle game. So yes, I had quite a lot of fun with that one. So, and since I have some hours in it, I have some comments to make. So since it's free-to-play game, there are some, well, potential problems, or rather limitations that it has, that it is nice to be aware of if you consider playing it. So it looks really nice. So it can seem like a very tempting game to play, but there are some things that's useful to be aware of, and I thought I'd do some comments on that when I get so far. And yes, apart from that, well, it's been somewhat a running joke, of course, but I should likely be serious about getting back to Treasure Island and that series there. I'm sure Don Don will be very happy to hear that. And speaking of Don Don, he has been working on his own channel. Yes. And, well, he has been doing, or at least made one video, review of a shark movie. Yes, I have done a shark review of the movie Sharknado. Yes, and well, I will probably put a link to that video below. So yes, very entertaining, and I'm sure Don has some plans for the future also. Yes, I will probably do a shark review of the movie The Meg next. Yes, so those megalodons, they think they are so very special since they are big, but well, look at me. I am small and cute and not extinct. So, which one of us is best, eh? Well, okay, we are looking forward to that, and I'm sure that will come soon. And then there are some other things that I have been working on. I did some work on some more New Horizons related stuff at the beginning of the year, but it got interrupted and I haven't been able to pick it up again, so I should be getting going with that also. I hope to do that. I have most of the characters and all the characters that I used in the videos in the old version of the New Horizons mod. So I have done some work on trying to convert the save state to the new game, and I was almost finished with that, and I will at one point try to jump over to using the what was called Beyond New Horizon mod at one point also. So it's just a question of trying to import the state for the different characters to the new mod, and it looked like that would go well. So I also need to get back to that at some point. And completely unrelated, I have been experimenting some with text generation AI models, and it's actually quite entertaining to use in an interactive fiction-like manner and sort of generate a story in an interactive way. And I might do some of that also on this podcast series. So some audio only interactive, interactive fiction story generation set in some pirate setting. Perhaps Treasure Island will be a good setting for that, even though since I am trying to go through the book, I am not sure how I will time that. Perhaps I will do something entirely different, but it would be entertaining to try to play through the book or something like that. I will have to see what I come up with, but some kind of text adventure would be nice, and I might try that also on this channel. So that's something at least I will be looking forward to. And apart from that, I think there are some other stuff also. Well, I haven't really done any movie and book reviews on this channel. I have some game reviews, but I have a big backlog of pirate movies, TV, that I want to go through and create some videos on when I get to them. And I will have to see now. Perhaps I will do some of that in this podcast series. So one possibility is to watch something and then do some podcast episode on it, and if it turns out to be really great and entertaining, do a pirate review of it also. And even if I don't immediately make a pirate review, I have recorded my sort of impressions and thoughts when I do a podcast episode, so it will be easier to return to it later. So, and that's perhaps one way. So I have this big backlog of movies I want to see through, and I also have actually read some books and some books. I read a space pirate book last year, series on space pirates, and I think perhaps the next podcast episode I will talk a little about that series. I was wondering if I was going to make a video on it, but I hadn't really gotten to it, and I should probably at least do something about it while I still remember the general idea of it. So we will have to see. Yes, I think perhaps I'll do that as the next episode. And then there's this pirate series I'm reading now about this female pirate from Ireland, and I haven't gotten extremely far. I think I'm around page 100 or something, and it's been quite entertaining so far. So I will probably do at least a podcast episode on it when I have read through it, or on the way perhaps before I finish it, if there are some fairly entertaining points in it that I want to make some commentary on. We will have to see, and I'm not certain if I'll do a pirate review. Perhaps I should when I'm finished. So the challenge is, of course, with books that there are no images, only text, and I can't really put the text up on the screen. So perhaps a podcast is a better way of doing a review or some commentary on a book series. We'll have to see. I don't think I should try to generate my own imagery, and so perhaps for books, podcasts are a better way of handling it. Yes, and I think that's a big part, or perhaps all of what I wanted to get off my chest in this video. Yes, it seems like it. So, this has been interesting, and hopefully I will be able to make these episodes more regularly than I have been doing the video videos. So I don't know, one video per week is perhaps too ambitious, or maybe not. We will have to see. There will of course have to be something to talk about, and ideally something that can fill at least should be at least 10 minutes long before it's any point of making it, I think. So yes, we'll have to see how it goes, but at least this one seems to have gone nicely. So I think I've been through most of what I wanted to say, and I will hopefully be back soon. So goodbye for now. Goodbye.